Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk about denial. I might name this the Queen of Denial or something like that because I tend to do that. I tend to live in a state of denial when it comes to certain things. And so I thought I would post this to kind of get you thinking about it and see if maybe you fall in that same trap of denial. That's the worst part. They say that if you're an addict or something like that, the worst thing is to be in denial because there's no way you can change unless you own up to it, right? Unless you decide, okay, I am addicted, I got to, make changes. But there's also denial in other parts of like parenting in your life that don't involve addiction. There's denial in knowing that maybe there's a problem, or denial that you're overweight, denial that your child needs therapy, denial that your child needs to go see a psychiatrist or a doctor to help them get through something. Maybe there's denial in thinking that you are doing all you can when actually you're not. So there's a lot of ways that we can live in a state of denial. And I thought about it the other day and I said, it's interesting when you have an outsider come into your home and they're able to look at things through different lenses, right? And you kind of get stuck in a rut, and perhaps you need someone to be honest with you and just say, maybe if you did this, you might see different results. They always say the insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results, right? Well, yeah, when you're in a state of denial, you don't want to see things the way they really are. And perhaps that's your coping mechanism. Maybe you are in a point of your life where there's a lot of things you cannot control, right? And if you're there, trust me, I've been there, I am there. There's a lot in life that you can't control. But if you deny those things, if you're like, well, I'm just going to put some blinders on and not even recognize it, that's not healthy, that's not good. So this is my thought. If there's something in your life that is going on and you cannot control it, instead of ignoring it, instead of just saying, okay, whatever, it's not even going on, the best thing to do is to find healthy ways of coping with that, and to find a way that you can change your view of it or your perspective of it, and try to do all you can in being able to deal with that situation. Because the only person that you can really control is yourself, right? And if somebody else is doing something that you don't agree with and it's out of your control, then the best thing you can do is to just control what you can in your life. And maybe, even though it is out of your control, maybe there are things that you can do to help make the situation better, or to be able to deal with it better, instead of just ignoring things. Like, for example, I've always used my most favorite analogy to use is the weeds in the garden. You ignore them, and after a while they're going to overgrow, and after a while they'll take over your garden. But if you pluck them little by little, they're there, they're going to probably come back. But in the meantime, you can pluck them. In the meantime, you can manage the weeds at that moment. And it's therapeutic. It's so therapeutic when you can at least see some glimpse of progress, right? But it's important to do a self-assessment, to kind of dig deep and think about your situation in your life, and see what things you are in denial of at this time in your life. And maybe you might be surprised. There are things that you might be able to change that will have a trickle effect on other things that you feel you have no control over. And that's pretty significant. For example, you're in denial of your weight. You don't see yourself as being obese, right? When in reality you are. Let's say you take the steps to go ahead and start losing that weight, or take the steps for a healthier lifestyle, right? And eventually you won't be obese, and eventually you won't have high blood pressure, or you won't have all of the things that come with being obese. Anyway, I hope that I got that message through loud and clear. Don't be in this state of denial. Do something about whatever it is that is an obstacle in your life right now, and I promise you'll be happier and a better parent. As always, good luck on your journey, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.